What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're going to talk the pretty boy, Ryan Garcia, taking on Oscar Duarte this Saturday night, Houston, Texas, H-Town till I drown. And as always, go down, like and subscribe. Comment your picks on the fight. Let us hear what y'all thoughts on the GoldenBoy promotion, Garcia beef that it has been bubbling for a few months, years even, and it's all coming to the surface right now. I'm Paul. Pick on Wyndham Concha. I got my shot with me. Who else here?
What's going on, boys? It's your boy Marcus Primetime Penley. I'm in the dark, but it's all good.
It's your boy Southpaw's Run Boxing.
What's popping, y'all boys? I mean, before we jump into the fight at hand,
Sit.
oh yeah, I needed to chase that with something. That shit was fucking hot ass. But before we talk that fight, bro, before we jump into it, let's talk last week, bro. David Benavidez walking through Boo Boo. Uh, uh, Matthias. I know my boy Gator's gonna fucking correct me in a little bit, but homie
Matias, yep.
Matias getting the KO win, looking like maybe he is the top guy at 140. But what y'all thought on the overall card and some of the performances?
That was fun, man. Matias showed why he's the best 140 pounder in the world. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go fight him. Not the Haney's, not Rodriguez. No one wants to fight him. He's the best. David Benavidez proved why he's him. Stopped him in the 6th round. Actually made him quit. He asked the ref to quit. The ref said no. Then one of his coaches had to say, "Yo, stop the fight, because Benavidez is just him, man."
Nah, that shit was crazy, bro. Well, was it Matthias?
Matias,
Matias. Hey,
Gabriel
I'm on the
Matias.
train. I'm on the train officially. Shout out that boy. That man is a beast, bro. And
Yes, sir.
like I'm not gonna call him the best one for it because my boy Tio. But I will say, bro, to beat Matias or whatever, you gonna have to go through fucking hell, bro. That boy's gonna put you through some shit, bro. Like he's constantly throwing these crazy punches, and he's fucking got bricks, bro. He's got a body, bro.
He has a body in the ring.
The
He
man's
literally
got a
got a
body,
body.
bro. Like we ain't fucking with that, bro. And he's a Puerto Rican, so yes, sir. I'm definitely on the train now for sure. But Benavidez, bro, that man walked him down, bro. Like at first, maybe first round, but bro, that shit was a beat down. And Paul, you got it on the head. What would you say, fifth, sixth round
I say give me
knockout?
that 6 to 8 pocket.
Yeah, man, that shit, he got that shit. He got up out of there.
Yeah, bro, and I heard him early too. I said probably about fourth, five round, round 4 or 5, he's gonna drop him, and he's gonna clean it up right after that. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, best, in my opinion, the best super middleweight on the fucking planet. And I mean, Canelo is the only argument, but like that's another thing about Benavidez. Like, not only did he call out Canelo afterwards, and then he's later on spoke on, well, if Canelo don't want to fight, he'll just move up to 175 to go fight for Bivol or Beterbiev. But then he's followed that up by saying, what I'm gonna do is if Canelo fights Jamie in fucking May, I'm gonna go fight Charlo, so he can't fight nobody else after that, and he has to fight me. And like that to me was like gangsta. I was like, bro, like he's chasing that fight. Like not only is he chasing it, but he's cutting off all fucking other avenues there is. And the only avenue that will be left is David Benavidez. And then it's up to Canelo on if he's gonna take that fight. But you can't say Benavidez is ducking no smoke. And if anything, he's the motherfucking firefighter walking through all the smoke.
Yeah, that boy's called the monster for a reason.
Mexican monster.
And then the highlight, something else, was Lamont Roach Jr. getting the win over Hector Garcia, split decision, but he drops Hector Garcia in the final moments of the 12th round. That basically like swayed everything towards his favor to win it. But like, man, Hector Garcia, I don't think there's many people to beat him at 130. Yeah, he lost to Tank at 135, but like he was fighter of the year last year for his run at 130. He looked like he was the man at 130. For Lamont Roach Jr., who already has a loss in his career, to come back from that loss earlier on to fucking now be champion at 130 and beat who arguably is the top guy at 130, that was a hell of a performance. And how do y'all feel about Charlo?
He was rusty, but he got a job done. It was a nice 10-0 clean sweep. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez, he didn't put up that much of a fight, but yeah, this is a comeback for Charlo. I was a little concerned because he missed weight at 165, and he's a 160 pound champion. So I'm a little concerned there. I'm not sure if he vacated yet, but like he missed weight at a catch weight of 165, and he's a champion at 160. Don't think he's gonna be back at that weight class. So hopefully he takes the Benavidez fight because he obviously outgrew 160.
I didn't really get to watch too much of this fight. I was low key stressing the fucking game, but
I can tell you, bro, it was Jose Benavidez looks slow. Like
that's
like
how I felt like what was gonna happen.
he looked slow out there. Like Charlo's looked like he looked like a much faster guy when they're letting their hands go, and like Benavidez had no power to his punches. Like Charlo could eat whatever the fuck he threw at him, and then like you could see the difference of power. Like Charlo was landing a shot, and you're sitting there like, damn, bro, Jose Benavidez is still up. Like that's kind of crazy.
That jab by Charlo is still nice. It's still sharp. Still, he has one of the best jabs in boxing. I think at least top 7 jabs in boxing. He still has it, but man,
Man, my boy, the Benavidez brothers both couldn't get a win. I was shooting for fucking glory with it, but it's all good. I mean, Charlo's back. We'll see if we ever fight again at 160. I mean, even afterwards, he was calling out fucking Canelo. He was calling out, like, he was talking about fighting at 160, but then he was talking about fighting Canelo next. And I was like, bro, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't think you know what the fuck you're doing. But now let's jump into the fight at hand. Garcia Duarte, kind of a decent card. I mean, Shane Mosley Jr. is on the card, taking out Joshua Lee. Little brother Garcia, Sean Garcia is on the card. Kind of, I guess, to fill out the card, they didn't have enough fighters on that motherfucker or whatever. And then, as my boy right here was Gator putting me on game to Floyd
Schofield,
yeah, 15-0. 135er fighting for the international lightweight belt this weekend. But I mean, I got his name to circle. He's co-main eventing this card.
Okay, sounds like a decent little card.
Yeah, he's fighting
Ricardo Lopez. I know I've seen this man's name before.
I've seen his name somewhere. He's not the heavyweight, but who did he fight?
He lost to Ruben Villa back in 2018.
He lost to Mark Castro.
Too. Yeah, Mark Castro earlier this year.
I feel like I've seen his name before, but I might be thinking of like that heavyweight.
As a
the ESPN heavyweight.
Yeah, I was about to say, as a fellow Mexican, I can name 5 Ricardo Lopez's off the top of my head right now.
Mexican.
I can say that I'm half Mexican, boy. Check the DNA.
Stop playing with him. I see you, big Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, tell us a little bit about Schofield, my boy. Since me and Marcus kind of in the dark. Some of us figuratively, some of us literally.
Well, he's still a prospect. You know, one of Oscar's prospects. You know what I'm saying? He's a youngin. He's like 21. So he's still in that prospect era. Him and Keyshawn Davis had some beef back in the summer. You know, just like social media trash talking. I remember his coach made a whole video on him talking about stuff. Keyshawn Davis, you was a sucker. You know, so they got so him and Keyshawn they got a little history because he was calling out Keyshawn Davis and stuff, and it's 2 different promoters. Yeah, it was his coach. He was like Keyshawn Davis is on sucker alert.
We talking about Kid Austin?
Yep, Kid Austin Schofield. Yep.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh shit! Hell yeah! I had to go confirm, like, cause the name sounded too familiar, but the picture wasn't coming up in my head. But I follow his ass on Instagram, bro. That jit be in the fucking gym, bro. That boy be grinding. Nah, I fuck with him.
I will say, bro, his Tapology picture like is kind of hard. I'm looking at that fish right now. I'm like. And he called Keyshawn Davis, his coach called Keyshawn Davis a sucker. Fucking,
Nah, I
I'm
know
all in.
exactly. Nah, this
I'm
Jit is low key
all in.
tough. Nah, he's
He,
tough. We're definitely gonna be tuned in for that.
I already
I
like
know
him over
exactly what you're
Keyshawn,
talking
bro.
about.
Already.
oh,
I
me
mean,
too, me too, me
He'll
too.
beat the shit out of Keyshawn, bro.
chill out. But nah, Kid Austin, him for sure. That's crazy, bro. You just blew my mind. I just put that together like that. Yeah, he's definitely the truth. I got tuned in now.
Bro, it's one.
That's gonna be my first fight I watch of his. 'Cause I just found out about him not that long ago.
There's bro, is 135 like the deepest pool of prospects?
Yeah, I think like they all start at that weight class, so they all
Yeah,
start at
Yeah,
before they fill
135.
out and move up. I just swear, bro, every time we're talking about some five prospect, I'll be looking at the weight and it'd be like 130.
that's like the prime
135.
division. That's like the prime, because then eventually those guys end up being the 147 guys, maybe down the road or whatever. But
That's true.
that shit's like a prime. That's like a hotbed. I don't know. I feel like all the hot prospects are like 130, 135.
Week in and week out, we're talking about somebody on the main card prospect, and that motherfucker typically weigh a buck 30 to buck 35. But yeah, no, stay tuned for that boy. And then our main event, Ryan Garcia, Oscar Duarte. Ryan Garcia coming off the biggest loss of his career against Tank Davis, the fight he was begging for. He finally got it. He gives up. And I think was it the sixth round he gave up, or was it the fifth round?
I don't know, but he
Seven,
gave
it
up.
was
Seventh
seven.
round. Gave up on a body shot. He then says that he came into the fight with a rib injury, and then he also says the rehydration clause messed with him. But he been waiting for that fight for so long that he wasn't gonna just pull out for whatever. Like he was gonna go through with it no matter what. Who knows if those are legitimate reasons for the loss, or if it's just he's not as good as a lot of people think he is. But he's taking on a fucking. I mean, outside of Tank, I mean, Oscar Duarte is up there with Luke Campbell in terms of like tough opponents. Like this motherfucker got popped, Mexican, never been dropped, never been stopped. His one loss is a split decision. With shit, fucking everyone's talking about how Ryan Garcia and GoldenBoy they're falling out. This is Ryan Garcia's last fight on the promotion. He's gonna go somewhere else, and GoldenBoy basically stacked him into a fight with a guy who's a real 140 pounder who can hit, and a lot of people was picking him to win the fight. So just keep that in mind.
Man, you think Oscar's setting him up?
They think, bro, even Ryan in the press, he was talking about, yeah, they want me to like they put me in with this fight thinking that I'm gonna lose to this guy. Da 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 da. Fucking, I mean, Oscar
Man,
De La Hoya, Oscar Duarte.
that's crazy. I didn't even think about that, and especially after seeing that press conference. They
And then you
Yeah,
probably
saw
did.
Duarte's a good fighter.
Bernard Hopkins' little fucking jabs throughout the whole thing about people aren't for real boxers or like you can't be halfway in boxing. Like if you don't love it, the fucking boxing will call your bluff type shit. I was like, bro, come on.
He was
And he
on the
kept looking
left.
like as he was saying the shit, he was like looking dead at Ryan. I was like, bro, that's Bernard kind of wild.
That shit. Now, when you sent me that clip, I was like, "Oh shit!" And then you seen Oscar's face, bro's on. He probably wanted to go back and grab some coke and shit. Bro was stressing.
Man, Oscar, he was shaking his head when Ryan was going off. He was like shaking his head. He's like, "Oh, what is this kid talking about?" He was embarrassed. Man. Ryan was cooking him though. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I'm saying?
was.
But I'm with Ryan, bro. That shit had me. I was sitting there beating my chest, like, talk that shit, Ryan. Talk that
I'm,
shit.
yeah, I'm Team Ryan on this one. Ryan,
They
I
been
think
beefing, bro, since like 2019 or some shit. They been had problems.
Yeah, and they'll be on social media talking their problems. And then Oscar De La Hoya, even like after the presser, he went on Twitter. He also deleted this tweet later on, but he said like basically, I'm not gonna read it word for word, but it was basically like, "Oh, I fear for Ryan Garcia. He's not focusing on the fight. You can tell by his erratic nature at the presser. He has struggled with mental problems in the past. I love you, Ryan. Answer my calls. Some shit."
What the fuck?
But I mean, outside of that, I mean, we can kind of. I mean, as Gator, like, how do you feel about the GoldenBoy Garcia drama? And do you think that they actually put him in a ring with somebody that they think could beat him, just to be like a big fuck you on your way out?
I think it was bound to happen. Golden Boy Oscar, he always loses fighters. He lost to Charlo brothers. He lost to Fences. He's always losing. He always losing fighters because how he treats them. So I think it was bound to happen. They're not giving fight. Ryan can't get the fights he wants. You know what I'm saying? Even with Jose Zepeda, he didn't let Zepeda fight Shakur
Nope.
for the title fight. He said no. So Oscar's holding some of these guys back, and Ryan, he doesn't want to get held back. Oscar didn't want to put him there. Ryan wanted to fight. So at the end of the day, Ryan just got to get away from Oscar. Fine, or just be. What I'm saying? He's a big enough name to become a free agent and work with people. So that's best for Ryan.
Oscar also lost Canelo.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest bag fumble in boxing.
2019.
Yeah, he gave him what was it? The biggest contract in sports history at the time, and it was fucking fake. That shows the fucking bluff.
Wow, that's just wild. And
Nah, man, that boy.
I feel like Oscar, he deserves the blame. Oscar De La Hoya, phenomenal boxer, shit promoter, shit manager of boxers. Bernard Hopkins, I feel like he be fucking skewing away without taking any bullets. Bernard Hopkins don't fucking help the fucking situation, bro. Like, the way I don't know, he's just like kind of rough around the edges, just blunt, like all that stuff. Like, he's almost like if you're a fucking if you're working on a job site and you need a screwdriver to fix something, Bernard Hopkins is a hammer. Like that fucker, like that's not helping the situation at all. If anything, you're fucking it up worse.
Shit. I was blown what Bernard was saying today, or at least in that video.
I've been boxing for 28 years.
Shit, he sure has though.
What do you think about Bernard Gator? You think Tank should have punched him in the face that day?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Bernard. Even when Spence was like he had his eye injury and stuff, he was saying like how he was lying about it. So Bernard, he just like to stir drama. He's trying to say like when Spence pulled out from the Pacquiao fight, trying to say that he was lying to get out of the fight, and it was
calling him spooky.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude.
About 6 months ago, when the Garcia Tank fight was happening, and in the face-off, Bernard was there, and he touched Tank, and Tank spazzed on his ass like, "I will fuck you."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Bro, they said he was gonna he tried to put some
oil or gasoline or
some oil on him that he tested positive for, which it could have been true, but who knows?
What you up to, Bernard? What you up to, man?
Fucking,
the way he touched him, he was like,
I'm gonna say, I feel like Bernard is the fucking dog, and like Oscar is like the owner of the dog. Like Oscar came out of that closet like, I got a plan, Bernard. Fuck it, and it gave him some fucking oil for him to do some shit, and like I can see it. Like I feel like Bernard doesn't get the bullets. Like Oscar be getting all the tweets. Like fucking Oscar.
Well, he's also a cokehead though. That doesn't help.
Whereas Bernard, just because he got the box, like he's one of the greatest boxers, or the greatest super middleweights of all time. Or what was he, a middleweight or light heavyweight?
Wasn't he undisputed?
I just know he was
undisputed at welterweight.
Like 18 years. Like
I think he was undisputed at
welterweight, right?
I don't think it was welterweight. I don't think he was ever that little.
Yeah, he was like either super middleweight or light heavyweight.
It had to be in the 60s or the 70s, bro, for real. I can't remember.
But yeah, exactly. I feel like just because he does have the resume, but so does Oscar. But like I don't know why Bernard don't begin to hate. Like whenever he did the fucking touch on Tank, I was Team Bernard. I was like, yeah.
Bernard also, I think he was the oldest champion too.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Manny break that record.
Did he? No, there's no way, because I think Bernard was like in his 50s.
You probably. I didn't remember he was old as shit, and then like whenever
Pacquiao was like in his 40s. when he beat Thurman. But I'm pretty sure Bernard was like in his 50s for when he won a belt. And then I think Joe Smith. Didn't Joe
Joe
Smith
Smith.
fuck him up?
I mean, that boy Ryan
I thought he
Garcia
was like
reminded the
39 when
world.
he beat him.
Who?
I thought he was like 39 when he beat Thurman.
He might have been. I don't know. He could have been like 38, 39, some shit around there.
Fucking
I know he was 32 when he was 32 when he lost to what's that guy's name? Ugas. 42.
42.
Damn.
Yeah,
So that would have been Spence.
but Joe Smith, back to the Joe Smith thing, but greatest construction worker ever sent your ass out the ring.
Dang, you seen what Ryan Garcia said about the white boy shit? That was bad.
Yeah.
Never lose to a white boy.
And
He said they be lying.
shit crazy. Boy,
They be
sent him
lying.
out the ring, huh, Ryan?
He said, well,
right. So back to the fight at hand, Garcia Duarte. I thought Garcia was gonna win this shit on the scorecard. You know, that's how I was really feeling. I was like, bro, the odds have him at -400. The other Duarte's +350. Boxing terms, that's a pretty close fight when it comes to the odds. A lot of these shits gets up to the 2000s, 1000s. So it was a good odds. I was like, bro, I like Garcia. I like him in the distance. But seeing his energy at the presser, bro, I think Duarte about to get fucking good. Like, you better buckle up, Duarte. He's gonna take out all that pent up frustration on
The Flash.
him.
Yeah, man, I see the same shit, man. I feel like Ryan's gonna try to put on a show, especially coming off the tank. Everyone chewing him about taking a knee and then fucking standing up at 11 and shit, bro. Like, he better come out on some swinging shit, you know what I'm saying? He better take his ass off. Like, give me a mid-round stoppage type shit, bro. Hope maybe even early. I'll take early, but I mean, it could be a little dog fight, but
Duarte is Mexican.
yeah, so it might take a beating. So it might be mid to late rounds, but I want to see a stoppage from Ryan, just coming off a tank loss. Put your name back in the mix with the other guys and shit, and fuck GoldenBoy and showcase your talents, man. You pretty much about to be a free agent. He's got the name for it. He can go do what Canelo's doing. Go jump from promotion to promotion. Or Devin Haney. Devin Haney's doing that.
Gator. I mean, we got the Mexican, never been knocked down, never been stopped. Going up against Ryan Garcia. How do you feel about it? Are you rocking with the dog?
I'm rocking with Ryan, but this is gonna be a tough fight, man. This is a hard hitting Mexican. He got out of his 26 victories, 21 of them have been by knockout. He's a pressure fighter, so he's gonna be pressing Ryan, and Ryan doesn't have the best defense nor the best chin. So it'll be interesting to see how his chin tested for the first couple of rounds. But I think Ryan he'll connect with his left. He's gonna spam that left hook. He's gonna spam that left
fucking
hook.
whip.
He's gonna spam it. And eventually, I think Ryan's gonna end up stopping him because I do think Ryan's a dog, and I'm rooting for Ryan because it's F GoldenBoy.
Yeah, it's big.
Damn.
Fuck GoldenBoy.
Damn, fuck GoldenBoy.
Yeah, man, it's not GoldenBoy. It's Ryan season, man. He's coming back, bro. He got the best coach in the world, or second best, or whatever, with Derek James. He got a whole new team. So he's ready, bro.
Right, shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the first fight with D James, man. That's low key gonna be fun to see. I want to see, is Ryan gonna keep his hands up? Is he gonna bring him back to his chin? What the fuck's he gonna look like, man?
So his last trainer was
Joe
Guzin.
Guzin, yeah.
Yeah, and Joe Guzin's an offensive as coach that makes what you do better. Like, he just sharpens the tools you already have. Whereas Derek James is, I mean, I think Anthony Joshua's a more defensive sound fighter since joining Derek James' gym. So I think he'll probably work on the defense a lot more, because it's not like you got to sharpen Ryan Garcia's left hook. I mean, kid's already got arguably the fastest hands in boxing. Like, his offense is pretty good. He just needs to be more defensive sound, and that's a lot of people are rocking with Duarte because, like you said, 21 knockouts out of the 25 fights. Like he's a pressure fighter, Mexican, proud and built, like he like straight out the package of what you expect from a Mexican fighter, and he does it well. And and like, is he gonna get stopped? I At first I didn't think so. Like I said, I thought Garcia was gonna get this shit on points, just in style on him. But like the way he was puffing that fucking chest out on at the presser makes me feel like he's gonna get a stoppage, and I think he's gonna break him down. Even though a lot of people are rocking with Duarte because he's a true 140 or with power, I just think he's too slow. I said Ryan Garcia again, arguably the fastest hands in boxing, and I think he's just gonna be able to fucking hit him with 2 or 3 combos as whenever he throws something and misses. I think he's gonna counter, hit him with a 2 or 3 piece, and then kind of just keep breaking him down as the fight goes. And then we'll see that fucking 8th or 9th round KO. We'll see that, like, maybe getting close to championship rounds, but I think he does get the finish. And normally he wouldn't even look for the finish, but I think he's gonna be in his mind like, I'm gonna go out at GoldenBoy a fucking star. Like y'all, I'm gonna leave 2023 on a good ass note so I can go make millions somewhere else type shit. And y'all gonna be sitting there looking stupid.
That's exactly how it's gonna play out. My boy's he's gonna try to shit on GoldenBoy.
What if Duarte knocks his ass? Bro, what if Duarte, like, what 4th round body shot to Garcia and he's on one knee again?
Ryan's fucking cooked at that point.
Man, I don't want to imagine that.
How you feeling watching it? Is it like, get up, Ryan? Prove GoldenBoy wrong? Or are you sitting there like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have picked Ryan?
He better get up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, if he don't get up, he's fried, and I'm never talking about him ever again.
Is he a TikTok boxer if he loses this?
Nah, I won't say that, but if he gets a body shot and doesn't get up, then you might got it. I don't want to ever see that shit again.
And
no matter how bad that shit hurts, get your ass up and get knocked out if anything, bro. Come on.
And 2 things before we go. One thing, I meant to say this for Benavidez and Boo Boo, but the pay-per-view numbers came out. That shit did 60K.
Jeez.
But Showtime put a fucking hitter after hitter on that card, and that bitch did 60K.
That's insane.
Then the other thing is, this is a question to y'all. He leaves GoldenBoy, which he probably is. Where do you think he's going? He's signing with Top Rank, or is he going to do the Canelo free agent deal? Like, what do you think Garcia does? And this is expecting him get a win here, and he looks good.
He could go straight with Eddie Hearn and work with him with Matchroom, because he could do that. You know what I'm saying? There's the Regis's, there's the Haney fights right there. You know what I'm saying? He could do that.
Eddie Hearn.
Because, you know.
Eddie Hearn will get you the fights. That motherfucker every backroom deal there is.
Right.
What about you, Mark? Do you think he does the free agent shit? Do you think he goes to the ESPN Top Rank, get the a Tio fight going? Do you think he goes to fucking Matchroom?
I think Al gets him, man.
Big Al?
Big Al's gonna grab him and fuck the Tank shit, but I think I don't know if he's gonna really sign though. He might end up just rocking what Devin Haney's doing. But the thing is, he doesn't have a lot of leverage. I mean, he does have leverage with his name, I guess. I don't know. Devin Haney has a lot of belts.
I think Ryan has a big enough name to kind of like.
Yeah, like he could just be signing like 2-fight deal with here, 3-fight deal with them, 2-fight deal with Bob. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like the trend for the fighters now. They're gonna keep trying to do the free agent route, kind of like what Canelo's doing, what Bud almost did or trying to do, whatever the fuck you want to consider that. What Devin Haney's doing it perfect too, as like the younger guys. because he's
He
just
got
jumping
Bill in the
promotion to
corner.
promotion. Yeah, he's doing it smart, man. No cap, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's definitely doing it smart. The way you move around, that's the best way to do it, because then you're not locked in on one promotion.
His daddy taking care of the managing side. He's
I
getting
mean
belts
that
in his email. He's fucking crazy.
that fucking email, huh?
He'll never escape it.
I will be tuned in though, man. It's gonna be a good car.
All right,
Man.
yeah, and I mean, I don't think he goes.
Speaking of email,
I don't think he goes Eddie Hearn based on the fact. I think Eddie Hearn got his hands full with all these fucking UK fighters right now. He got he's still trying to get Conor Benn and Eubank off the fucking ground. Like the BBC or whatever said they not sanctioning the fight, and then he reported saying we're gonna have the fight anyway. Like fuck what the BBC or whatever says, and they're lying, and just wait till Conor Benn's legal team gets them for lying. Or so I was like, bro, Eddie, bro, you still want to make this fucking fight? Like, I don't think he goes for like the American fighter in Garcia. And the only person I think has said anything on the Garcia situation is Al Heyman. I think he was talking about like how Garcia is a good fighter, not like you can't just take the tank fight for what it is, and then like how he how they do those little subtle jabs at the other promotions without saying something. It was just like the Golden Boy, like they just have to get on the same page or whatever. He didn't say something, but he was saying something basically about Golden Boy.
Sneak dissing.
Yeah, sneak dissing, old man style, scarf around the neck.
Yeah.
But fucking. Other than that, we gotta get out of here. It's been a nice little episode. Garcia, Duarte. We talked Benavidez and Boo Boo. 60K, tragic. Great fight though, phenomenal fight. My boy Benavidez. But we'll have Garcia versus Duarte. Last fight on the Golden Boy promotion for Ryan Garcia. Don't forget to check out the co-main event featuring Floyd Schofield taking on Ricardo Lopez. Give me a nice little fight for the WBA International Lightweight title, if that means anything to you, if it moves you. But I'm Paul Picklewinner. I'm always joined with Marcus Primetime Hanley and Gator Boy Southpaw Run Boxing Jamari. And this has been another episode of Totally Blitz Podcast. And if y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.